Hey guys, this is Mrs. Fox, and I'm going to be your child's social studies teacher this coming year. Whether we're distance learning or we at some point go back in person, I have been designated your child's social studies teacher. And if you're a student watching this, I'm your teacher. Hi, I'm Miss Fox. This is just a short video with some questions I've been getting emailed me today. I know you guys are getting things from the district. I know you're getting things from Mrs. McHugh and maybe Miss Van Devener. And so I'm not trying to just add to the clutter of so many, emails and things, but I am a visual person. I don't know if you've gotten a video or not, but I thought I'd take a minute and just answer some of the most common questions I'm getting thrown at me. I don't know if it's crazy in your guys' house trying to prepare for what distance learning will look like. I can tell you it's been crazy in mine for many, many days. This is unprecedented and it's been a lot. It will definitely have its challenges, and if you feel the same way, you are not alone. A little bit about me. I am a proud mom of two fairly little kids. So I've got a first grader here who's trying to distance learn as well, and a 3-year-old toddler who we've been trying to keep entertained as my husband is also a teacher and getting ready for kids in his district on Monday. And then of course we start tomorrow with students and trying to make all of this work. So if you are nervous about how it's all going to come together, you're not alone, guys. It is a learning experience for all of us. As long as everybody shows some empathy and kindness and patience and we give it our best, I think that we can end up making something pretty great for the circumstances. So effort goes a long way, right? So let's remember the school motto of effort, kindness, and respect, and remember that we are in this together. Just a couple of things that I have been asked in emails today. Number one, when are my classes? I hope you guys have gotten something. I know many things have been sent home. If you're not getting anything, you need to go into Aries and check that your email settings are updated. You want everything at this point. I would take the callers, I would take text messages, I would take emails. I'd make sure your email is correct in Aries because you should have gotten the block schedule a few different times at this point. But just in case for some reason you didn't or you haven't had a chance to look, I have been asked today in email, what time is class tomorrow? Okay, well, you guys are used to a rotating schedule where you go see all 6 of your classes on any given day and then we rotate, right? So if one day is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know whatever period you end with on one day would be what you would start with the next day and off we would go. We are not rotating in that sense this year during distance learning, okay? So that's the first thing that some people have been confused about. We have a different type of rotation this time because of block schedule. So on some days you will be a part of block A where you will be going to periods 1, 2, and 3, and it will always be in that order. If it is a block A day, you will always start with period 1, period 2 will always be second, and period 3 will always be the third period of the day. And then on the next day, you would take part in block B, where you'll see periods 4, 5, and 6. And again, they will not rotate. You will always start with 4 on those days, go to 5 next, and have 6 as your 6th period or your last period class on those days. No matter if it's a block A day or a block B day, there is student support time built in about the last hour of school every day. Again, whether it's an A or B day. And that time will be more flushed out as we go. You might be assigned a particular place you have to go. You might have options of where you want to go, or you might have the freedom to pop in with different teachers, get help, get tutoring, have questions answered, and those kind of things. The first few days here, they're strictly office hours. You will be able to pop in to those on any given day and ask any questions or see the teachers if you need to do that. So tomorrow, Thursday, okay, tomorrow, Thursday, August 13th, is the first day of school. Hopefully that's not a surprise, okay? And we are starting sharp at 8:45 with period 1. Okay, so everybody's going to period 1 tomorrow. You will also go to period 2. You will also go to period 3. And then if you have questions, you have concerns, you have a situation you need to explain, whatever it may be, you can use your student support time to go into all the teachers' office hours. We'll have links for you for that, and you can talk to them. Okay, and then on Friday of this week, you will go to block B, which means at 8:45 in the morning on Friday, you will go to period 4, and then 5, and then 6. And again, if you need to use that student support time for questions, comments, concerns, backstory you feel like your teacher needs, anything like that, then you will have the freedom to do that. Okay, the next thing that I've been asked in email today is, where do I go? Because you're not physically going anywhere. So where am I looking to know where to go? Well, you guys should know from spring that all of your teachers were either using Google Meets or they were using Zoom. That is still true this year. You will have some that will use Google Meets. You'll have others that will use Zoom. Again, I'm your social studies teacher and I will be using Zoom. Okay, so I have an Aries account for a teacher, so mine might look slightly different, okay, but your schedule will probably look something like this, except you won't have all social studies classes, right? Okay, and if you look, there is a visit website button that you can hit. If you click on that, they are all linked together to the Google Classroom for your class. So you should have a science one and a math one and an English one and a social studies one and whatever your elective is in PE, and possibly something extra if you're in a club or something like that, and they have posted one. Okay, so that is where you would go, is take a look at your schedule, which is on Aries, and then visit these class website buttons that you should have. Yours, again, might look slightly different than this, but somewhere there'll be a place where you can visit the website. Or if you haven't joined yet, it might just give you a class code there instead. That's the class code you would need in order to go to Google Classroom, type in that code, and add that class. Okay, so it might be a code or it might be a button, but it's going to take you to the Google Classroom. Okay, so if you have me, for example, first thing tomorrow, first period, you will go to my Google Classroom, and there you will find the link you will need in order to join our live virtual classroom for our class period. That would be true no matter who you have first period. Go to their Google Classroom and they'll have your Google Meet link or they'll have your Zoom link for you ready to go, so you can click on that and join in on the meeting. Okay, so that's where you guys are going, is either Zoom Meets or Google Meets for all 6 of your periods as you go through them the next few days here. Okay, and again, those links for you will be individually in each of your period's Google Classrooms. Okay, so for social studies, where you're going to look is go onto your social studies Google Classroom tile on your Google Classroom homepage, right? And you would click on that. And then, as you guys know, up at the top here, it says stream, it says classwork. I think right here says like people and grades or something like that. There's 4 options. The arrow's blocking a couple of them, but one of the options is classwork. So when you need to go to social studies, you will go to your social studies Google Classroom. You will click on classwork. And once you click on classwork, one of the things that is already there is important resources. Okay. And in important resources, the very first one for you there, it says Zoom link for period, and this happens to be period 1 I took a picture of, but if you're period 2, it'll say 2, and if you're period 3, it'll say 3, and so on. Okay, so the very first link there under important resources in classwork will be the link you'll need to join our live virtual class. Okay, just FYI, you want to take a look in general at these important resources. There's lots of things that are in here. There are multiple student direction sheets for you guys about how to log into stuff. Okay, how to log into Clever, what you're going to need, how to log into, Aries, how to log into this, that, and the other thing, library resources, how to log into your Google School account, how to log into your email school account, all those things that you might need, they're all in there. There's some that will be helpful for parents. There are some that would be helpful for students. So if you need a link to something, it's probably there for you. There's also a separate link for office hours. Remember, guys, that that last period of the day, that last hour, no matter what day it is, if it was a 1, 2, 3 day or a 4, 5, 6 day, you still have that student support time. Right now, I'm treating that like office hours. So here is a link that you can use if you need to see me during that time on any given day. I'll be in there. You can pop in, ask questions, say hi, let me know something you need to let me know. There's a syllabus for our class for social studies. There is the bell schedule in general, which I also showed you guys. That is there, and also the bell schedule for a minimum day. Okay, and then the rotation of which day you have which periods is in there. And then there's also some district provided trainings for parents about how the heck to get into this, that, and the other thing, because there's 20 different things you got to figure out, right? Okay, so that's all in important resources under classwork in your Google Classroom for social studies. All right, again, that link you're going to need for our live classes is that first link right there. It's the same link every time you have class with me, and from now until when we don't have social distancing classes anymore, okay? FYI, some of your teachers might have put your Google Meet or your Zoom Meet link in the stream, okay? So make sure you look both places depending on what period you have. Some people might have put it in the stream. Look there and see if the live link is there to get to class. Some people might have put it in classwork like I did for social studies under resources or something like that. So take a look around. It's in there somewhere, okay? Next thing, some of you guys have emailed and said, hey, my Google Classroom says I'm in this period with you, but Aries says I'm in this other period with you. If that happened to you and information is not jiving between Google Classroom and Aries, know that Aries is the most up to date. So rely on Aries for your class schedule. If I were you, before you even go to class tomorrow, like at 8:30 or so, take a look on Aries, make sure nothing changed, because it's 99% done, but they're still kind of making some little tweaks if they needed to with a few students. Okay, so take a look at that, guys. Again, if classroom and Aries isn't jiving, trust Aries. That's where you're supposed to be. That's your most up-to-date schedule. Okay, if you can't get in to my Google Classroom or my Google or my Zoom meeting or anybody's, classroom or Zoom meeting, email that teacher, guys. I would test all your Google Classroom links tonight. You have access to that. It has been open for you all day today so far. Make sure everything works. Make sure you know how to get in, and that you have 6 classes of Google Classroom tiles in your Google Classroom homepage. Okay, check that stuff out. Email a teacher if something's not working. You're trying to get into class tomorrow. You're trying the link. Something's not working. Don't stress out. Don't freak out. There's going to be, stuff that's going to happen, right? We're going to have tech issues. There'll be some glitches. Just email your teacher that you're supposed to be in class with and actively be looking for a response so they can problem solve with you and hopefully get you in to the virtual meeting. Okay, so if that happens, don't panic. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Just a few things that you should know are happening in case you haven't been told yet. The block schedule is 90-minute periods. I know in spring, you guys were on and off in 5 minutes a lot of the time, 10 minutes, whatever, right? Don't expect that. Please understand that spring was triage emergency teaching. Spring was not a true distance learning experience. So don't think about spring. That was completely separate. Understand, yes, classes really are 90 minutes. Expect to be there for 90 minutes, okay? Grades count, attendance counts. You're going to have classwork and homework and tests. All those things can happen, all right? We're going to be moving faster than we were in spring, so be prepared for a more regular school experience outside of the fact, obviously, we're all online. So be prepared for that. Don't think you're getting off in 5 minutes. You're not. Classes are 90 minutes long. Lastly, you guys, hey, everyone has different situations. Some of you, this is going to be easy peasy for you. Maybe you're an only child and both parents kept their jobs and everybody's been healthy and you've got your own room and great internet, and this is not going to be super difficult for you. Other people have all kinds of personal situations going on that might make this more challenging. We know that. Some of us have situations going on that are making this challenging. We're in this together, guys. So just remember, effort, kindness, and respect. Show some patience. We will show you guys patience. We are in this together. We'll figure it out a step at a time. Let us know if you need something. If you have a situation. Communication is key. We can't help you unless we know. So please let your teachers know if there's a way we could help or something that you need. We understand these are crazy times. If you need something, email me. Bye.